is up? My name is BeerNutz. Welcome to TAHOE Time. We're going to start today off with a moment of silence for Joe Diffie. So, all right.
Amen.
May he rest in peace up there with Senior, Dale Senior.
Kenny Rogers.
And Kobe.
And Kenny
And Kobe.
Rogers.
Yep.
And Kobe.
Yes.
Yep. Whole year.
Alright, well, we're just sitting here, we're drinking and telling stories. Just a couple idiots trying to do stupid things. We'll start out with the story on why we call the podcast TAHOE Time.
That is a beautiful place to start,
Yeah,
Brendan.
Long story short,
Now her name should be said.
Maybe for the purposes, maybe keep her name out of it.
yeah.
Keep it out.
Long story short,
Or too big story short.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
I was
She's
hit-
watching.
no,
She'll see when it drops.
hitting up this one girl on,
She subscribed.
maybe, let's hope so. I hope
She's
she's
probably your first subscriber.
We'll send her the link. Yeah.
my
my
favorite
God.
subscriber is Shane's sister.
There it is.
I know she's gonna see this.
Yeah, she subscribed.
Well, yeah, I was hitting up this girl from
It's not a
Freeport.
filter, buddy.
Next thing I know that she wants to
Play Twister.
play Twister in the back of my Tahoe.
Naked Twister.
Naked Twister.
God, I'm naked.
Next thing we know, I pick her up from school like I'm one of her parents. It got real weird at that point.
You look like your dad.
Next thing we know, we drive down to Carnes. And then parked in
Is
the
this part 1 or 2?
one.
Now, what was special about Carnes? Why this particular area?
Carnes?
Let's do a 30
The Hornets field.
Hornets Field.
Pulled into the Hornets field so I could.
What month
dare
was
you
this?
smack
What month was
that
this?
in.
October.
October.
I knew that
So,
one.
for all
That's
we
my
know, there could have
stomping
been little
grounds.
kids just having football practice. You know, they could have
Yes.
just been wrapping up or getting ready.
100%.
Speaking of wrapping
100%.
up, but yeah.
And it was fall, so all the leaves were gone, so we weren't covered.
Full on.
Next thing I know,
But you were
There's
in
a
the
lot
back
of
of what?
branches to
What
cover you.
vehicle were you in, Brendan?
my 2000, not
90.
2000,
97?
my 97 Chevy Tahoe
Mm.
SS.
Good old girl.
SS.
It was an SS.
And let's just say, BeerNutz turned that sumbitch into a lowrider.
Yeah.
There was plenty of
Back seats went
hydraulics.
down. Whole thing was like a king-size bed back there.
Shocks were shot, dude.
With a bunch of wood chips. in
Bunch
the
of
back.
wood chips got my ass cracked. It got real weird, but yeah, we started shaking the car, and
Just doing charades and whatnot.
from my point of view,
Charades.
Fuck.
it got weird. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Where should I put them?
Right. You know?
Meanwhile,
Totally understandable.
the whole, there's an album playing the entire time.
Oh, an album playing, yes. Granger Smith's Remington album played the whole way through.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll drink to that.
There it is.
We all drink to that one.
Ranger Smith. Not to be confused with Jameson Smith. I was going Jameson.
Easier too.
What's up, pretty girl?
God.
He's skinny now, girls.
Yeah, hit him up.
Mm.
Just kidding.
Dina.
Dina will fight you.
Dina.
She'll fuck a bitch up.
She definitely
Right,
will. Yeah, next thing we know, I'm a power bottom. So, I stayed on the bottom.
Really, would you want BeerNutz on top?
I wouldn't.
I mean, some people are into like that suffocation type stuff.
She wasn't.
No.
She would.
I'm gonna disappear under all of that.
She would disappear.
Oh, my
She just
God.
wants to get soaked in it.
Yeah.
Oh, good
How
God.
sweaty were you?
Oh, God.
I was sweating as soon as I took I didn't take my shirt off. Never mind. I did not take my shirt off. When I
You take your shirt off everywhere.
Except for during
Except
that.
sex, you can't have sex with one girl that
Your tits are bigger
that
than
my
hers.
that my tits are bigger than. Like it doesn't.
That's
I mean, it
fair.
could be a turn on to them, but it's not a turn on to me. She wanted to play with him. All she'd do was ask.
Like the
she
stripper.
didn't.
That's fair.
Like the stripper, which that's a different story.
we'll get to that
We'll
one
get
later.
to that one later. I promise. Yeah, then she got on top of me, started riding, told me to pretty much stop, that it hurt. And and what'd she say, Shane?
What'd she say, Shane?
What did she tell me?
Too big.
Too big. Yeah.
Looking like a double wide surprise.
I like that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was too big. Then we stopped, and I went and I got Bob subs.
Did you take
So
her
after
to get,
she
did
had
Shout out
you take her
Bob's.
to get Bob's, or did you treat
I took her to get Bob subs with me. She
Oh,
got
that's-
nothing, and I ate.
in front of her?
And then took her home.
I never knew that part.
I never knew that part either.
Shout out Bob Subs.
Fred is like, damn it, I'm
Sponsor us,
gassed. I
Bob
need some
Subs.
food.
Sponsor us. You need to fuel up.
Hey, that's fair.
We
You,
go to
you
Bob's.
burned a lot. You burned a lot. You need to, you need to
Yeah,
recover.
I took my shoes off and was sweating bullets. Sweating bar as he walks up the fucking steps of his own house.
But yeah, if anyone
There
sweats.
it is.
If anyone sweats the most, it's definitely you.
Oh, we started about the pit stand story.
Bro, it'd be like a hot day in fucking, what class was it?
That was,
You're in a light gray
science
shirt
class.
with
Science
dark
class.
brown.
Science.
It was 7th grade?
No, it was later. It was 10th grade chemistry.
McClafferty?
McClafferty.
Yeah.
I would look back at me a hot day,
Oh
and
my
I just see
God.
Bar pissed off with a gray shirt on, and just fucking drenched.
I was wearing a schmedium too. I was wearing a
It was
schmedium.
tight.
Piss fucking just my whole fucking armpit.
And I look back, and I can just see how
The
angry
things we
you
do
were.
to look big, bar.
You know, fucking great. You know,
Gains.
I always felt bad for you.
I was just the fucking weird kid that was sweating in the back of the corner where I was just paying attention. I'm just fucking
You really
dripping.
died. You were dripping.
On the subject of drinking, which is what we are doing, does anybody have their absolute worst drinking experience story? I have one. If you want me to lead off,
You
I
bet
have
your
one.
ass you're
Yeah,
leading
I-
off.
this one's bad. I think I've.
You might as well, so we have time to think for our.
Yeah.
It's the time I ended up in the hospital.
Oh,
Oh,
ADH? You
this
did
is a good
ADH?
one.
No,
Fuck it. What
Westmoreland Hospital. Mm-hmm. This is what
Not
happened.
Were you
ADH,
down
that
in
place is a
Greensboro?
shithole. You go in there, you might die. They'd be
Why
like,
would-
"Oh, you have
Corona.
you just have kidney stones." Next thing you know, like you need a whole new spleen.
Oh yeah, no. When I tell you this
Big dog
story,
shit there.
when I tell you guys this story, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, it was the week before finals.
College? Or high school?
College.
Yeah.
So, it was the winter of 2018. So 2 winters ago, or when you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
December of 2018. So, the week before and then the week of finals, in that span of 8 days, I had 8 exams because it was like last unit exams for certain classes, and then finals the next week. I had a 30-minute politics presentation. I had a 10-minute Spanish presentation. I had another paper in politics that was 15 pages. I had a psych paper that was 12 pages, and the exams on all. Yeah, so
cool.
I went into that week saying you're probably gonna die. So we got to about Friday. It was Thursday night. Yeah, it was Thursday night.
I don't need beer.
I'm good.
I'm good.
It was Thursday night, and the week before finals. And I had a Spanish final the next day, but I forgot about that. We're gonna get there. So me and my roommate, we were fed up because he had a rough week too, and I think his girlfriend cheated on him or something, and so he had a bunch of exams. Like, so everything was hitting all of us at once.
R.I.P.
We said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna drink a lot." So he had a bottle of Kraken.
Ew.
We had Kraken, and we ended up having each. I lost track after we each did 9, but we had anywhere from 3 to 5 more after, and we decided to walk about a quarter mile to our coffee house. We got a pizza, and then we went back. Maybe had a couple more drinks. Went to bed. I woke up for my Spanish final the next day, still drunk, and I was not feeling so good. So I did my final. I left. I was trying to recover because now I I had the weekend to at least recover so I could study to get ready for my exams the next week. You know how it is, Faulkner. It's like
That's hell.
you get through it, but like you can only buy yourself a couple days because you know like you got to stay on top.
You gotta prepare for it.
Yeah. So, it was Friday, so we're like, all right, we got to throw a party because we just need a night to say, screw this shit. So we have some people over in our apartment, and I go to take one sip of rum and coke. My body says no. I hadn't this was my first drink I would have had that night. My body says no. I go into our bathroom and I just start throwing up, and it's not stopping. Like I was good for I would get it out, and then I'd be good for about 10 minutes, and I'd be like, oh, here we go again, and I would just go back in and keep going. And this happened for about 3 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So then I would try napping. My head would be spinning, and I would have to get up and go again. So it gets to be about 1 o'clock, and my mom used to be a nurse, so I called her, and I was like, hey, Mom, is this going to get any better? She's like, yeah, you should run out. You should run out. Okay, great. Well, it went from being green to red, so now I'm puking up blood at this point. So I'm like, this is not good. This is not good at all. So my one roommate came home from the bar, my other roommate, and he's like, you don't look good. I was pale as shit. And he's like, we're taking you to the hospital.
Jeez, here, I'm gonna get him.
Alright.
So they take me to the hospital, and I'm telling, they ask you those questions like, do you smoke, do you drink? I'm telling them everything. I'm being so honest. I'm like, yeah, I got really drunk yesterday, but I barely had anything today. Like, I don't care. I just want to live, because at this point I'm thinking I'm probably going to die. And this male nurse says, we got to take your urine sample. I'm like, all right, great. Give him my urine sample. Okay, everything seems to be going good. He comes back into the room and says, son,
Never mind, he's like 20 minutes.
I thought he was here.
No, I thought he was too.
All right.
I read the text wrong.
He looks at me and says, son, we
Got
think you have an STD. Now,
Oh, fuck.
here's a
So we gotta put on
We
another
think you have an
fact about
STD.
Walt.
Not a big deal.
Here's
This had to have been AVH. This had to have been for them to misdiagnose it.
here's a hot news flash. Never had a girlfriend before, so it's kind of. I think it's self-explanatory how the clues couldn't add up to this one, and I told him that. I said, "Sir, that is physically impossible." That's what I told him. I said, "It is physically impossible."
He probably didn't believe you.
He didn't believe me. So he takes out this fucking Q-tip. And, like, you got your regular Q-tips, you know? This was like a fucking deluxe Q-tip. Like, this was a good 6 or 7 incher.
Oh my god.
And he said,
That's
now,
what you
son,
mean.
this is going to hurt.
Q-tip that big?
Yeah.
For what? Not to put in my dick.
Getting those fucking giant ass
So
ear
why-
canals.
He,
I won't get all that tater out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish that's what he was digging for, but no. He said, son, this is going to hurt. I said, oh, I know.
I can tell.
My roommate was still standing
Oh,
with
no.
me there at the time, and I said, can he at least hold my hand? And the nurse said, no. I was like, all right, fine. So I had to tell my roommate just to say a prayer for me
I didn't
while he
know.
stood outside. And like the door, it's like the curtain. That's how ghetto this place
Yeah.
was, you know. I mean, some of them were like that anyway. But so he could hear my screaming,
There you see.
basically. Oh, great timing!
The
Great timing!
Italians
You're gonna
here.
love this part. So,
Find a chair.
this male nurse then
pull a
proceeds
chair
to
over, get
go
the
about
bench.
4 inches inside of me, and I can't say like I'll never get to experience what it's like for mothers to give birth, but I feel like this is
Are you
probably
tech-
the
are you
closest thing.
Is that technically considered your first time though? Like, let's be real.
It's that, like, you were entered.
You were entered. Congrats.
Your virginity has been taken by a doctor.
A male doctor.
A male
Male
doctor.
nurse, male nurse.
Male nurse.
Let's get
Comes
right
home.
here. Let's not glorify this guy anymore than he has to be here.
Pretty much all day.
So not only
Pass
did
the
he
fuck
stick it
out.
in, he goes like it's a
Goes
stick
up at,
shift
like,
on a
10
car.
15
He's
goes
going
like,
You're on a bike.
It's like Shane.
He went to all 4 gears, and then he put the easy brake on, and then It was about 20. Well, it felt like 20 seconds, but my guess it was probably about 10. Like when you're in
That
that
was a long
type of
10
situation,
seconds. Yeah.
it feels longer than it is, but it was still a good 10 seconds at least. And then he yanks that fucker out.
He like
Oh
yanked.
yeah, because like he's not. Just
He wasn't gentle.
No, he just.
Aw.
What, you have a catheter?
No.
No, he's
Yeah.
getting his dick swabbed for STDs.
Oh,
And
nice.
I told him multiple times it's not possible, buddy.
The virgin got swabbed for STDs.
Yeah, what a great story.
Okay, yeah.
And basically,
Did he buy you dinner after?
no, he didn't even buy me dinner after. My roommate can hear me screaming. And it's about 2 in the morning at this point. And then
I'd rather be drunk for this.
Oh, that's when you
but
got
I
alcohol.
looked at them.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
you
the
were-
night
you
before.
were.
Is this when you got alcohol poisoning?
Yes, but yeah. So moral of the story: it hurt the piss for the next couple days,
I would have
and
paid for them.
I had a miserable
People
finals
under.
week,
Yeah, it's weird.
and that is my story. Amen.
Bravo.
That was a
Beautiful.
good one. That was a good. Yeah. That was
I
a
need
good
a
one.
chew.
I have.
You need a filter.
Give me that. I need a filter.
You want some watermelon? I got some from outlawdip.com.
That we,
Yeah.
we have two.
Hey, is this
Chew,
peach
let's
ice
go.
still working, or is this thing dead?
That's bad.
They're dead.
Fucking
That's all right.
girls killed it last
All right.
night. The other night.
All right. Blood pressure's going down. We're okay. We're good. All right. I'm good. I'm good. That was my Vietnam.
It's not even
Gonna
on.
have flashbacks now.
Yep.
It's starting to hurt.
What was your most drunk night, BeerNutz?
My most drunk
Your
night,
Oh yeah, there's a lot for you.
most, was probably Dylan Chalgo's party.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Where I showed up,
I was
drank,
I
here.
want to see videos of that.
I showed up with
Projectile vomiting.
with two
This is the one.
jars of my moonshine.
Yeah.
And then I drank one, and then my buddy Trace yelled and said, "You won't chug it, you're a bitch." I said, "Mama didn't raise no bitch."
Right.
So I started chugging it. Next thing I know, I'm fucking hammered. Just gone. Then Camden goes and grabs a bottle of
I
Tito's.
remember that video.
And then I start chugging the Tito's.
No.
Went outside. Projectile vomited.
How far were you shooting?
Pretty far, dude.
You
There's
can
a
add a
video.
clip of
There's a
the
video. of it.
project-
I'll add a-
Yeah, edit the
yeah,
clip in.
I'll add
Oh, was
a
that the
clip
video
to
of you
it.
next to the other big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
was
you guys
uh,
are like puking next to
That's
each
But
other.
yeah,
Buddy
me,
puke.
yeah,
That was the
me and
buddy
Calvin.
puke.
Calvin also had sex with the one from the Tahoe.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you guys are Eskimo
Like-
bros.
Yeah.
Good
A week
God.
before I did in his Silverado.
Could you imagine?
So Chevy boys,
Right.
Eskimo brothers for life.
Could you imagine how a three-way between you two and her would have went?
Sweaty.
The humanity. The humanity.
Sweaty.
Good
So
God.
then,
sweat.
yeah, he comes up next to me. He's like, "Hey, I'll throw up too," and we do a countdown. And he does it on the spot right then and there. Then I go.
Good man. Like you
And
guys
then-
knew, like you had the timing down.
Yeah,
and
and then out of nowhere, I get one good one, and I look like
You shot that.
I
shit.
look like a fire hydrant when they sit there and they drain all the bad water. It was terrible.
Oh. What
But then
colors were in
after-
there? What colors were in there?
It's just
Every color was like a
Everything.
rainbow.
looked like blush.
brown.
Penne
Looked
blush.
looked like penne blush sauce.
That's
Oh,
fucked
no.
up.
So then after that, I went back
Tito's all
in,
about
finished the Tito's, did a good old
it.
puke
You rallied.
rally,
Yeah, at least you rallied.
and everybody was like amazed with how I did it. Then Camden's like, "All right, we have to go." So we started.
Are you okay? Oh my He still gets it, bro.
I literally just came out to make him feel better.
That was amazing. That was crazy. Oh my god, what is that?
Wow. Please fucking send me that.
I'm saving it. Oh my god.
Stop at BP on 908. Go there. They go in to get pizza, him and Lyle. I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta piss." So
Yes, I was drinking at your house.
I
during
walked
this
Yeah, you
out
were.
of Human's car, which he was parked at the gas pump, and I just whipped my dick out in the middle of the gas pump. There's cameras, so like I'm waiting for them to like send me a letter. Hey, you can't come here.
When was
anymore.
this though?
Huh?
When did this happen? Like
January?
January.
December?
January.
Well, no
I said
letters
So
yet.
that was after Christmas.
They're probably gonna check now,
Is this
but
when
I
the
mean,
party was? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Oh, is that
Yeah, and then we went
Yeah,
back
yeah, it was
were
right
you
before.
aimed at the road or aimed at their store?
at the store.
Oh, okay.
Then I came
That's a
back
visual.
here.
It's 9:08. They don't.
I came back here.
Oh, that's a visual.
Shane was at
I was at Bar's house.
bars. He came to stay here with somebody else. And then next thing I know, I'm drunk as shit. I laid in my bed, showed everybody my balls, went to the bathroom,
That's great.
forgot to put the seat up, and peed everywhere.
Everywhere.
Didn't know that till the next morning, blacked out. It
Oh.
was a good night. I enjoyed myself.
Oh man.
Sounds like it.
I do not regret that night whatsoever.
You were bad.
That was terrible.
That only happens like once a season.
It's every
4 times a year.
It's like at least 4 or 5 times a year I get blackout drunk and just look like a complete piece of shit. And then that night I also like there were people trying to fight this guy because he hit his girlfriend, and I was like, oh fuck, it's going down. So imagine like drunk
I thought
me
you were gonna
just
say you
sitting
hit his
there,
girlfriend.
standing there, going like this, saying that he wants the ham sandwich,
Oh,
he wants the meat hook, and
He
like.
wants the meat hook.
that's.
Then it got to the point where I said it like 30,000 times, and Cameron's like, "Shut the fuck up! You have to leave."
When you're drunk, you repeat yourself a lot until like.
Until I stop stuttering. That's how that works.
I was waiting for it. Like when we were at Greta Van Fleet. What did you say to that girl like 10 times?
Oh, it's like, lose your seat. But like, I said it to her like 3 times, and then you and Lyle look back. You're like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" And this girl wasn't even paying
She was
attention
gone.
anymore. She was gone. She was gone.
Were you drunk?
Hammered.
Oh, okay.
It was my birthday. Why wouldn't I be?
It was his birthday. We went to Greta.
That was. Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were there all shitted up on Doobie.
Yeah. I went to Golden Corral though. That was fun.
The one in Monroeville?
Yeah.
Oh.
You had a rough next day, didn't you?
That's probably where you got the STD.
Oh. It all makes sense now. The time? Yeah, no, that would have been 6. Yeah.
See, when I go in there, I dip their bourbon chicken in the chocolate fountain.
That's fine.
That actually, you know what? That actually
Their
sounds
bourbon
pretty good
chicken's
right now.
bomb.
No,
Right? The bourbon chicken's good, and the chocolate fountain just makes it better.
So like that's
1,000 more calories.
That has to be your drunk.
Life's short. It's the way the cookie crumbles, okay?
So the cookie crumble.
Dunlap, do you have any good drunk stories about maybe staying over at my house with maybe one of your ex-girlfriends and maybe...
I've heard that one.
Oh, here we go. We gotta go now. It's on.
Why, Shane?
I mean, I was drunk, but I wasn't that like hammered.
Well, it's still a good story if you want to tell it.
I think you want to tell us.
No,
you
you
go ahead, buddy.
I already told a long story.
Let's
We're
all
trying-
tell him. Let's all tell him.
So maybe Shane should tell this
I
from
got a
his
blackout one.
perspective.
If you want to wait, or if you want to go, I'll do whatever.
I ruined your couch. I'm sorry.
That's why
Yeah.
they
Alright,
Cheers,
so
there we
it's
go.
New Year's and fucking. Well, we were at Connors first, right? Yeah, we were at Connors. It's New Year's. Everybody's drinking.
Having a good time.
And my ex at the time got really drunk, so I took her to Vaughn's to sleep because she was bad, and then obviously
One thing led to another.
one thing led to another, and
And he had, yeah.
you know, Vaughn had a nice couch.
It was a
It
really
was a very
nice
comfortable
couch.
couch.
Some
Was
of
a
it
good couch,
was
nice
leather. It was probably fake leather, but I
It
still
was a
think
comfortable
Still,
it was
one.
leather. It was leather.
Yeah,
It was leather until it got tainted.
shit's going down.
Literally.
Literally tainted.
Shit's going down, and then I didn't know Vaughn's parents were home, so Vaughn's dad walks down and catches me in the act.
Nice.
And it snowed so much that night, and I had my Mustang at the time, so like I couldn't. It sucked in the snow, man. It barely drove, and it's stuck in. I'm sorry, you're fucking
Good. I'll drink it.
But I had to wake up your dad to help me get my Mustang out of the parking lot.
It's pretty cool though.
It was pretty badass. He drifted that thing around the bend in the snow and got it out for me.
That's a man's man.
Never mention that.
Tokyo drifted.
Never mention that story again. Yeah, he literally Tokyo drifted.
It's a man's man.
But yeah, your dad's a good dude. He's never brought that up to me.
I don't think he will.
See me like naked.
I think you'll have to bring it up to him. Now that you.
Gary brought it up to me. I was drinking at camp the one time and everyone's gone and Gary's just like, I know what you did.
Gary, that dirty dog.
He probably liked it. Yeah, there's mine.
Gentlemen?
Bar, you want to go? You want me to?
I don't have a blackout story. I'm telling you right now. I
Alright,
don't.
so sophomore year of college at RMU, and like it's not much of a party school. So like my friends down there, the one looks like Shaggy when he does his hair from Scooby Doo. So you know they saw that I was Crazy Steve, and you know a couple years ago. So you know they said that I should dress up for Halloween, and then I said I'll be Scooby if he's Shaggy. So we did it, and like you know there were no parties that weekend. So I came home to here, you know, obviously, and then Trent Clark was having one. So I get there, and like I brought a box of Scooby snacks from Walmart to you know, complete the whole costume. So, you know, I get there, and like, you know, there's jungle juice in Trent's, you know, dining room, whatever it is, and like, I just start, like, I mean, I had like 4 of them, and that, like 4 cups of it. And
You didn't even know, did you? You
no,
didn't know it was
no,
jungle
no,
juice?
I knew it was.
Oh, you
And
did?
then, well, that was here, I didn't. But, anyway,
Ah, that's right.
but I ended up losing the box of Scooby snacks, and then, you know, I spent like 20 minutes looking for them. So I couldn't find them, so I just went back to drinking. I had like 4 more cups of jungle juice, and then I went with Lyle. I ended up losing Lyle, and then
That's happened a lot.
We've all lost.
We've all lost Lyle at one point.
So I kind of just tumbled down
That could be a
Trent's
whole
steps,
episode.
blacked out, puked 3 times.
Where was this? Like at
Trent
his,
Clark's,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
but, like
I've never even seen you throw
tumbled down his steps, like his basement
Where were you
steps,
puking?
Oh, because
like on the floor.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, and but no, it wasn't in the bathroom. It was just like
On the floor?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, so be it.
You slipped on your own throw up.
Well, no, not this time. But then
Oh, it's like all in the carpet. Oh, man.
I eventually woke up, and then
Tragic.
there was like
Fluids
18
in the
missed
carpet.
calls from Lyle. My dad was on duty that night, so he was wondering where it was at. I didn't give a fuck. And then Nicole Westco. I mean, I had all these people, Nardo. Everyone was calling me, and then I just kind of someone out the front door and went home. That was it.
How'd you get home? You got.
I drove. Yeah.
There we go.
Well, you made it.
Take a road beer.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's what I like to
Like,
hear.
yeah. I had a couple beers in the car.
Wow.
I don't
One
know.
time, Bar had a beer.
Yeah.
Smirnoff. Tell Smirnoff one at Jenna's house. You remember that?
Oh, when I threw up on the carpet.
And Jenna and Tim cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Well, what about one of our?
Canada.
No,
Yeah, Canada was
No,
like,
Canada didn't black out.
Jordan also got.
yeah.
There you go.
I was drunk
See,
in
see,
Canada.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
See ya, bro.
Go get stoned. Do some acid.
Can I have some? Okay, never mind. Anyway. What are you talking about? Which one are you talking about?
I was talking about one of our
That's the girl that threw up in my
naked sexcapades.
So we do Tahoe. Not Tahoe.
Yeah.
Hot choppers.
Yeah,
Hot
hot
chocolate
chocolate
day.
stories.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate
That wasn't
stories.
like a blackout though. That was
Yeah.
more like I was gone, but I was there.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was some weird shit going on that night. So
Yeah, but you mean you were drunk that night.
yeah,
That
you
was-
were.
that was-
we were. Yeah.
That was I would say that's my worst night, but I don't think I was blackout to the point where
You weren't blackout.
I remember
You know what
everything.
happened?
I remember everything though. That was the thing. I remember everything, but like to the point where like I knew everything was what was going on. I just didn't give a shit what was going on. That was the problem.
That's usually what happens when you drink too much.
Yeah.
You just don't care.
Where were we before we went to Jenna? I don't even remember where we were before we
Were
ended
we
up
at the
there.
fair? Was that the fair day? Were we at the fair?
I don't remember because Adam was with us, but I don't know where we came from.
I can't remember.
Kennywood.
Ah, that's right.
You guys went to
Big
Kennywood.
group
I
bus.
didn't get to go. Wait, did I
Yeah,
get to
huh?
go that
Yeah,
day?
because Robin went. Yeah, you went. Yeah.
She went.
I
Oh,
think,
okay.
Yeah. I think you went.
No, that wasn't
That
Kennywood.
wasn't Kennywood. I'm not sure.
That
What
was-
the fuck was that?
That was Dirks Bentley.
Was it?
You guys went to Dirks, and I just came back
I
from
got stories
vacation.
from Dirks,
Yeah,
too.
you
I was
came
on
back from vacation.
I was
we
on a
went to
fucking
Dirks.
plane while you guys were at the concert.
Yeah, we
I
were
dropped
FaceTiming
Lyle
you.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was flying
yeah.
over the concert pretty much in the fucking air. You guys were like,
I dropped Lyle off because
Yeah.
because I lost him that night.
Oh yeah.
I
I
got
lost
all my
it.
shit.
That's
That's
a
a
good
good
story.
Yeah. Just dropped off all my shit. Said, "Hey, going to drink."
Yeah,
Let's
you
drink,
did.
and I got fucked up. No.
Just kept going. Hot tub, pool, hot tub, pool.
Is that a frog back there?
Fucking G's worse than you.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's his Corolla.
It's a Corolla.
Corolla.
It's a Corolla.
Speaking of that,
Damn the Corolla.
fuck this lockdown. It's not stopping me from doing anything that I want to do.
Quarantine can eat me.
Yeah, quarantine can eat me. I have better things to do than sit at home and play with myself.
Do you though?
That's pretty much what we've done for the past week.
Do you though?
Sometimes.
At least you have time to do it.
Yeah.
Anyone need a beer?
I can just like sit at home.
another
and-
one.
Oh wait, oh, can't put that there.
I can
I
just
got
like
it.
sit
I'd
at
like
home.
one that
Hey.
doesn't have a cap thing in there.
My bad one. I'll go dump that.
I'll take you. I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
that
so I can just like stay at home and binge jerk.
I like that one.
And binge jerk and nobody can stop me. Your
I
worst.
have one I've been thinking about it. I don't think it's my worst, but it's pretty bad.
Let's hear your worst. I want to hear your worst.
Well, I don't
If it's
remember.
bad, if
I
it's
don't remember
bad,
it worst.
Yeah.
If it's bad,
Like, sometimes you
that's
can't
shame.
remember your
Shame.
worst. Other people
Yeah.
have to tell you.
Well, this is one that someone else had to tell me.
Yeah, toss the whole thing.
Well,
It's
so
not empty yet.
it was
Okay.
I just want, you know.
Got you on deck.
You know
it
what
was
I'm saying?
December 26th.
Oh shit! You remember the exact day?
Damn.
Yeah, it was the day after Christmas.
December 26th.
How come you remember everything?
Which
man?
year?
Shit.
2016.
Damn, 4 years ago.
I didn't even know you were telling.
Well, because every year,
What?
the day after Christmas, we have Jerky Day at
Don't
my
open
cousin
it right
Connor's
away.
house.
Yeah, wait a second.
Do it, I dare you.
She'll blow.
We have Jerky Day at my cousin Connor's house, and so we, everyone brings meat to make and
Oh,
ground
shit,
meat to
yeah.
make jerky,
Oh, that's a good day. That's something.
and we
I
shoot
love
clay
meat.
pigeons, and basically everyone gets hammered.
Italian rednecks.
Italian
rednecks.
rednecks.
Except for I'm the only Italian one. But
Everybody else is just redneck.
so it was later in the night, and it was like right after like me and Kirsten had just first started talking, and it was everyone left, and it was just
Cut
me,
that out.
Connor.
Kind of that.
It was just me, Connor,
What are we
Max,
cutting out?
and Rocco, I think. And I think we were all drinking, but Rocco and Kirsten and Taylor texted me, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm hammered. You guys want to come?"
Threesome time.
And so,
That's
what I was
Yeah,
You
no,
dirty
they-
dog, Raymond.
you know.
they came to Connor's house, and me and Connor were gone before they even got there. Well, they get there, and Taylor walked up to me, and she was like, "Hey, you should kiss Kirsten tonight." And
Yo.
I was already drunk.
Swing.
I was already drunk.
Motor
so I was
City
like,
Hall.
I was like, being the gentleman that I am, I was like, no, I don't want to drunk do it.
Yeah,
And-
because that's fake confidence. You
Exactly.
You want to man
We're
up
not
and just do
Camden.
it on your own.
Camden has to do everything drunk. Everything sexual has to be done drunk.
Fuck.
Doesn't
So
count. Doesn't
Kirsten
count.
started
Doesn't count unless
drinking,
you're drunk.
but Taylor didn't because she was driving, and she was FaceTiming my friend Jake the whole time.
I've seen her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the one that told me the story the next morning. Well,
What apparently happened?
needless to say, I was fucked up, Connor was fucked up, and Max was fucked up, and Kirsten
And you
was getting
kissed
fucked
me.
up. No, I didn't.
That'd be a 10 times better story.
But the only things that I really remember is at one point I was laying in the grass with Max, looking at the stars,
Maximus.
and he told me something about how I should kiss Kirsten because Taylor got them all on board,
Yeah.
and
He got to get that.
I was like, no, dude, I don't want to drunk do it. So till this day, if you ask Kirsten or Taylor, there's a lot of jokes about I don't want to drunk do it.
I don't want to drunk do it.
I was being a very responsible
You
gentleman.
were. You were.
You know, I give him props.
They don't make them like they used to. That's for
Well,
sure.
then me
Is
and
it over?
Connor were talking
Yeah.
in the driveway.
We good?
We good?
Yeah,
We were
good man.
talking in the driveway, and Max was in the garage. And you know Sloth from the Goonies, how he says,
Yes.
"Hey, you guys."
Yeah.
Well, Max decided that at 2 in the morning, when everyone's drunk, he was gonna do that.
Of course.
So he screamed it, and me and Connor booked it from the driveway to the garage, and we ran into each other. And then you know, those like chafing dishes that they have at catering events.
I know about
You say chafing dishes?
Like that's what
You
they're
need
called.
one of those, dude.
I chafe all the time.
Do you put
Like
dishes
the
in
metal-
between your chafe?
No, it's called chop rub.
Listen,
Ask Clint.
the metal pans that they have at catering events. Well, there was like 5 or 6 of them in the garage, and me and Connor ran into each other, and then biffed it right into the fucking metal pans, and then I ended up like I drunked it multiple times that night. And,
I drunked it.
There it is.
Well, Kirsten and Taylor left, and we went downstairs to get ready for bed and everything. Well, we were all too fucked up, so Rocco he had an iPod at the time, so he started taking a video, and we were taking showers one after another. So he just put his phone down so you didn't see anything.
Why didn't you
No
just take a
group
shower
showers?
all two
That's what I'm
together?
saying.
All the time.
You
Showers weren't that big.
You could have saved a lot of water. Just
Don't
doing
Italians
that.
do that.
So we all got showered.
Only Jews shower all together.
That's
That's gotta cut the fuck out.
You guys
There's the
don't edit
bloopers.
this.
That's the bloopers. Right there. That's fun right there.
But so we all fell asleep. I passed out on the floor. Connor passed out on the couch next to me. And
I will. I definitely will.
Max passed out on the couch on the other side of the room. Well, Connor didn't remember that he told his little brother, Luke, that Luke could stay down in the basement with us. So I just remember waking up the next morning, stood up because I passed out on the floor. Connor was naked on the couch.
Oh my God.
His little brother was 5 feet away from him sleeping, and then Max was just still drunk, sleeping on the couch. But then I FaceTimed Jake, and he explained the whole thing to me, and I was like,
It all
wow,
makes sense now.
I'm an idiot.
I found the place.
Nice.
Oh boy. My goodness.
There it is.
Easy does it. I'm not trying to throw up here. We're just trying to get drunk and tell stories. I'm not trying to throw up too. Burpees.
I'll projectile vomit. I've never projectile vomited. I want to know what that feels
I want to projectile vomit
Yeah, I know. I want to know, that probably feels power.
5 feet away from me, just fucking hit a target.
I'll tell you this. I felt like a man.
Oh, like a man.
It's a manly throw up.
You took it though. You did it, and you were just like.
I was ready to go right
When
after
you
that.
threw up at my aunt's house, was that projectile? Because no one saw you.
Projectile? No, that was just all the.
That was all-
the 8 hot dogs I ate that day. Just all came out in chunks.
I know. I cleaned it up.
Cause
Oh.
I took a whole thing of Drano and a plumber.
Your
Good thing I'm a plumber.
your ex
Got
your
that
ex
plumber
made them for me,
skill.
but cut them up. I don't know why she cut up the hot dogs.
Well, you were drunk and you probably needed your food cut up. So.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
then, drunk me, decided to just swallow them whole.
Oh, that's nice. They were still whole.
You like
Whole
swallowing,
chunks,
you
yeah.
like swallowing wieners whole, don't you?
No, cut up wieners whole.
Cut up wieners whole.
Little
Okay.
smoky.
Oh, so you're kinky.
Little wiener.
Pinky, that's what you want. If that's what you want to call it.
Wow.
And then it all came out in the same chunks that they were cut up in. And then you had to dump 3 bottles of Drano in. To
Yeah, it took a lot. Dude.
Where was this at?
My aunt's.
his aunts.
Was this
I think
4th of
it's
July?
Yeah, it was 4th of July.
Now that's a story.
That is a story. 4th of July was a good time.